Hello and welcome. My name's Super Saiyan and this is your weekly news and pre-order video covering all of the new releases from Forge World and Games Workshop. I want to say a very warm welcome to all of you new subscribers that have come over and subscribed to the channel, and a special thanks to everybody that supports the channel via using the Element Games affiliate link in the description below to save yourself 20% off your Warhammer. If you use the Element Crystal code, you'll also earn double the number of crystals to use to get even more money off future purchases. And another mention to all of you members that have joined the channel and support the content that way. Without further ado, let's jump on over to the Warhammer community website, where there was a huge amount of news. All the way from the preview of last weekend on the Saturday, previewed the all-new Kill Team box set and more Orc models that are due to be released. If we take you back a week ago to Saturday the 10th of July, we could pre-order the Charadon book. It's not a huge number of pages and it is quite pricey for what it is. You don't get many data sheets, and it follows the Warzone Charadon. There was also a Crusade book and a look at the White Dwarf. If you haven't already seen it, I think it's out today, but I already have a first look on the channel right here if you wanted to know what was in there. It's a big flashback of other White Dwarf magazines and a little bit about Flashpoint Octarius. This was the preview mission briefing right here. They showed the cinematic trailer the day before on the Friday, I think it was, and then here is the box set itself. I'm not sure about pricing. Maybe it'd be 125, maybe it'd be 150. The Orc scenery looks fantastic. That's one of the main reasons I'm going to get it. I do want to get some Deathcore Krieg, and I do want to get the new Orc Commandos in there. So yeah, for me it's a must. I'm going to try and get my hands on it. You also get a battle mat too. Here are some of the models that were previewed, if you haven't already seen them floating about on the internet. They are multi-part, multi-pose kit, both the Orcs and the Deathcore. So fantastic news. I like them. They are a bit thicker than the the Forge World Deathcore that Games Workshop produce, but I like them very much, and it finally gives me a reason to collect some Imperial Guard. Here are the Orcs, the Orc Commandos. It's got a blade in there. That Squig is fantastic. It's got like a AT mine strapped to him, and grenades and dynamite, everything. These guys are cool. I like the kind of commando hat. It's got some kind of like orc penknife thing, I want to call that, with a big drum magazine and choppers and like a diving mask thing. And look at that. It's a big pneumatic kind of drill thing, knocking down doors, and he's got some dynamite again. And he's got one of these recoil compensators over the barrel. That's brilliant. This guy's got rockets. Rockets have had a refresh in one of the articles. I think they're now 3 shots, which is amazing. This guy here with some kind of zap type gun. The painting on that cabling is just incredible. Not only have you got like the hazard stripes, but then you've got like a brown tinge to it, and then you've got the it looks like highlighting more than varnish, but yeah, incredible paint job. And then you've got these. I think this looks like some kind of new burner boy. And then this dude here with I thought it was like a sniper rifle type thing, but it looks like a modified big shooter. And then you've got this boss with the power claw, and this Gretchen with the grappling hook. Looks fantastic. Look at that. Look what you get there in that box set. That is, I think it's got a bit too much scenery for like a wasteland. I would have preferred like 2 pieces less, because I think that is very packed, but for the size of the board. But I also think that's quite cool because you've got lots of cover, and that'd be great for it'd be great for both sides really. But look at all that scenery. I think we've seen these before. these like collection of tires and engines, and you know, I think these were in the Mech Boy workshop. So the only real new scenery are these like makeshift platforms, which look great, for orcs to jump across, and then these big walls, and these kind of Imperium type barricades. I'm a big fan of orc scenery, and I want to see more. I want to see more Xenos scenery. So for me, this is like a dream come true. This is in the box. Look, you get some fantastic orange dice. I mean, come on, it's worth it for the orange dice. You get the manual, the core book, 30 by 22 inch game board. You get the tokens, the cards, the combat gauges, the Orc Commando kill team, the Death Corps Krieg, veteran guardsman kill team, bit of a mouthful, and then orc buildings and scrap piles. So yeah, it looks brilliant. Then Octarius, there's a bit of a preview. I understand what they've done there by having like the tendrils of the Tyranids surround like a planet or reach a planet, but at the same time it doesn't really lend itself well to a book like this, because most of the book is look green. I'm just nitpicking, but I would have preferred that artwork on the whole cover. I'm guessing that we'll get a special edition where you'll get the art book on the full cover rather than just mainly green, but there we are. You got a few looks here of what's going on there, and there's some of the Ork Boys hidden away in some of these pictures, so worth having a look. And then, wow, this preview is probably like my favourite that I've ever watched. I mean, Orcs were my second army that I ever collected, so I'm super stoked for this. And they even announced these big trampler squigs, these squig rigs. You've got this one here that is powered by the Psyker. Turn other things into squigs. I like everything about this. It's got the tracks. It's being pulled along by this trampler squig. It's got a big cannon thing. This dude's got a hook. The only thing it's missing, I think, is some long boarding poles to make it truly Mad Max, and maybe replace this with a load of speakers and things. I'd like to see kind of speakers and drums and, you know, just incorporated in these models. I think that would be fantastic. I mean, this is like, it's getting there with this support, but it needs a few boarding poles to trample alongside a vehicle like a repulsor or something, and then just board it. That would be fantastic. Anyway, apart from that one, you've got this variant right here called a hunter rig. It looks like some kind of harpoon because it's got a chain connected to it. You've got these as well. You've got the cannon in the middle. It's the same cannon. It's a bit, odd, because there's nothing there now. That's missing, and I do like the look of the other one better, because you've got the harpoon, you've got the cannon, and you've got this dude at the back, whereas the hunter rig, it just swaps these two about and it misses out on something here. I would have preferred them to have some kind of, I don't know, flamer or boarding ladders or something. I don't know, just something. Anyway, this Beast Boss looks great. I'm getting kind of Horizon Zero Dawn vibes with all of this. With I think it might be the colouring and the synergy of the technology with like the primal like bones and tusks and things like that, even though they're not, because they are metal, but they've been painted in this way. You've got fur, and you've got scales, and you've got, it's a synergy of two different sort of looks. I really like it. I like that targeted squig there with a stubber, and yeah, it looks fantastic. And then you've got this one right here, which is a head of a gargant. If you don't know what a gargant is, it's pretty much bigger than a stomper. Of course, you get gargants and mega gargants. If you're around when Epic 40,000 was around, then you may well have seen a few of the gargant models. I hope it's a little tease of what's to come. I really do. I'd love to see Forge World make a gargant. Just invest more into the Xenos range, and in 40k in particular. We haven't had much from Forge World for 40k. It's mainly been Horus Heresy, and the same for Age of Sigmar, to be fair. But yeah, they've utilised this gargant head to be some kind of command centre to yell orders at orcs. I'm not quite sure how effective it is in game. Maybe it. I'd like to know its area of effect, because other than that, it looks like it's only got 4 big shooters around it. I'm not even sure if this is just a jet thruster or whether it's actually like a beam weapon or something, but we'll find out. And then you've got the Great White Squig, probably one of my favourite models. I was a bit concerned about things being kind of like attached to it, but then I've seen this engine and exhaust stack just kind of makeshift onto it, and the bionic leg. And there's a lot of bionics going on with the orc, and they've even got some tattoos and things. I mean, very, very pleased with the way this has come out. And what's even more fantastic is it's a dual kit, so you can either make this Great White Squig, or you can make this one here, the Beast Boss on Squigosaur. I'm going to get both and build both. I think it's fantastic. These, a lot of squigs in this orc release. I love that big cleaver as well, and this kind of revolver pistol thing looks great. And then you've got new ORK Boyz. So you've got this knob with a big chopper there, an huge chopper. You've got these ORK Boyz. The poses are fantastic. You've even got some of them running rather than the weird kind of arched back pose that we've come to be used to over the past 20 years. You've got all of these. Look at them. I mean, the paint jobs are stunning, of course, and I like the blue veins that they've gone for. Look at the bone effect there on the teeth. Big stubber, I like how he's holding that, and the magazine on the top. And the rockets. I mean, look, you can see that one and that one are the same. So just bear that in mind in the kit that they will be. And then another variant for the knob. So you do get a couple of variants. I'm not sure whether it's going to be a multi-part, multi-pose kit, but there's definitely a number of options there to make a couple of decent looking squads. And then one of my favourite parts of the whole preview was Deffkoptas. I'm not so sure about the dude with the chopper on a chopper, but where are the pilot jackets and things? But oh well, you've got these Deffkoptas, which are a very, very welcome return, and people have been asking for these for so many years. You've got rockets there, you've got targeting scopes. I mean, yeah. You've got this one with lots of rockets, and I like how they're not using the flying stands. I think that's fantastic. This one's on a bit of a tree with one of those orc bug type wasp things. This guy has got his face mask on. It's very, very considerate. He's got his grenade, and then at the back it's kind of like this spinny blade thing, tail rotor. And then this one's got like a big bomb and this custom blaster with rockets around the propellers to make the propellers go faster. And then if that's not enough, he's also got a slugger as well. I mean, that's probably like my favourite one out of the 3. I'd like to know what variations you can have. I'd be a bit disappointed if this is it though, but we'll see. I wouldn't want to have like 6 of them and 3 of them look exactly the same as the other 3. I mean, maybe you can swap the orcs out themselves. This is kind of what they look like, all of the new models there with Gazgul. You got some Mega Armoured knobs, so we're not getting any new Mega Armoured knobs except for the Mega Armoured knob boss, the one with the heavy bolter on the top. But you got some new ORK Boyz in there. You've got the Snaggers from the box set. The Squig rig looks enormous, fantastic. You've got the Great White Squig. You're not getting any new flyers or new Storm Boys, which is a shame, or Death Dreads, and they're the Snaggers as well. So, yeah, looking like a very decent release for orcs. Way more than I expected. I honestly thought it would just be that Snaggers box set and maybe 1 or 2 little characters, but they've gone very deep in releasing new models, and I hope that Eldar get the same or more love in terms of new releases. I really do. I want to support Games Workshop with Xenos. I am getting very fatigued with Imperium this, Imperium that. It just gets boring just having, I say, the good guys, you know what I mean, being released all the time. So it's great to have some orcs which aren't really bad and they aren't really good, you know. They're just orcs, similar to Tyranids really in that respect. But yeah, moving down, we had a little preview of some Black Templars, which, yeah, I reckon they're going to get the Primaris treatment next. So that was my review of the preview. I thought I'd put it in this video rather than having a separate video. The Sunday preview, which was the day after, looked at this new box set, and this is what we're going to have a look at today on Games Workshop's web store. This box set is going to be extremely popular. They haven't made that many, so if you weren't able to pick it up, then, you know, commiserations. I do feel for you. I know what it feels like to miss out on sets, but most likely, you know, multi-part options for this kit may well come out later on, much like the Sisters of Battle did, but it is a limited kit. You're getting cards, you're getting a transfer sheet, and you're getting a number of orcs there. You've got a legendary Runt Herder, you've got a Knob on Smasher Squig, you've got a Squighog Boyz, Bomb Squig, and 20 Beast Snagger Boyz, a new core unit for your army. There's also a preview of Warcry book Catacombs and a special edition of Storm of Iron. Fantastic book there, by Graham McNeil. He was at his peak there, I believe, and yeah, you should definitely pick that up. Even if you can't get this special edition, I'd strongly advise you to read the book sometime. So after the pre-orders preview, you had the Spanners Specific Gravity article. You got a Broken Realms Fiction Scales of Victory. Get into Warhammer Age of Sigmar your way with these fantastic new starter boxes. So this has followed exactly the same route as Dark Imperium and Indomitus, whereby they release a big kit and then they release these smaller kits with some of the models from the main set. Just a little bit watered down. It's great if you like the models in that set, and you want to add more. And yeah, this is the starter set Extremis, and you've got some scenery there as well. I would say if you've missed out on the starter set, then these are a good way. But the starter set is still there. I mean, I guess you could buy a couple of these alongside it if you really like the models. You got the paint and tool set there, with some clippers and a mold line remover and a paint set specifically for the Stormcast and one for the ORKS Warclans as well. Grey Knight Castle and Crow was also previewed this week with a brand new mini. I mean, there's been a bit of a discussion on the old internet whether he has been Primarisified. My personal opinion is I don't think he has. Grey Knight's armour has always been kind of bespoke, a bit of an artificer kind of armour. He looks very similar to the older model, but he is on this rock, which does give the impression that he is taller. Grey Knights have always had this kind of helmet, although it's a bit odd to see some cables coming through it. Maybe it's something to do with the him being a psyker like they all are. But overall, I do like the model. I like the sword there. It's very busy. There's an awful lot going on, and I'm not sure whether we're going to get any new models other than him. And I think he will be in the kind of army set going against Thousand Suns, which I hope to pick up because, yeah, I do have a small Grey Knights army. It's probably one of my smallest factions, actually, in the Imperium. But this is the original, and this is the new model, and you do get head options. I just noticed there that Castle and Crow did have the cables in his helmet before, so that's interesting. But yeah, he does look much bigger because he's on this rock. They've given him like a book of yellow pages to sort of stand on, and they've given him a big banner, which just raises his presence even more. I mean, I guess maybe we'll see this more and more often because there's not really any reason to put him on a base like that. But I guess we'll see this more with, I say, Firstborn Marines, whereby they'll give you the impression that they're bigger than Primaris or that they're the same size as Primaris. They'll use these little tricks now and again, but we'll see. as the time goes on. So they had a Beast Snagger unboxing, I guess you'd call it, on the website. So all they did is just break down what the contents includes. I found out that this set is going to cost you £125, which is, you know, it falls in line with the Sisters of Battle Army set when that was released a couple of years ago now. The book is about 134 pages or so, so it's, you know, it's a decent size, I guess, for a codex. However, it's worth noting that that's going to be a similar number of pages as the old 8th edition codex. So, yeah, you know, with all of those new units and things, I guess that they've chopped a load of lore and content out. Which, yeah, obviously does suck big time. I'd much rather. I mean, that's the whole point why we're getting these books, guys. It's not all of the Crusade rules and things. You know, looking at the 8th edition codex, it's got a lot of lore. It's got you know, a page each for each. It's got a page for each of the different vehicles, and I would have rather them continue with that. You know, it goes straight from the lore to a decent number of pages of the units, straight into the army list. But now we're going to get the Crusade rules, and, you know, rules upon rules and upon rules. And personally, as I've always said, I think all those rules should be free. Your data sheet should be free. The only thing that you should be getting in these books on top of those rules is more paint guides, more pictures of their amazing models, and more lore. That's why you have that physical book. You know, you can pull up their rules whenever you like. You know, when you're gaming and things, you've got access to iPads, iPhones, you know, all kinds of things to get the rules. If you're out and about, you don't need to take your big codex with you anymore. But that's my opinion. I think it should branch out into two ways. But there we go. They haven't decided to do that just yet. It's a look at the models in the set. It's probably one of my favourites is the little bomb squig with the Gretchen and the nail and the wheel. This is the Squighog Boyz. They're very tough. Look at that, toughness 6. You know, their save is, you know, is 4+. I mean, they're, you know, half naked on a creature, aren't they? You know, you wouldn't think that they're going to have the same save as a powered armored Space Marine or Sisters of Battle. The movement is pretty quick, 10 inches, and the weapon skill is decent. They've got good strength. This is the sprue as well. Yeah, it's a look of how two people have made theirs. I think you get a different weapon here. Multiple options for the Squig and the Rider, including arms holding a big chopper or slugger, and a choice of organic or bionic leg, and a different neck to have head up or lowered mid-charge. That's interesting. I might go for that one though. I don't know. We'll see. This is some new weapons as well. You've got a power snapper, adds to strength +2, and the thump gun, which is like some kind of grenade launcher. Looks brilliant, like a an M79 or something. Yeah. And the fact that it's called the thump gun is, you know, just gives you an idea what it sounds like. But yeah, that was the kind of unboxing of that set. This is the rumor engine right here from the 13th. It looks like some kind of, I don't want to say Slanesh, but more kind of lizardman, more kind of skink, but I could be way off on that one. You got 3 ways why make orcs louder and more dangerous than ever. You get to call a war, and it says you got stage 1, you got stage 2, you got speed war as well. Yeah, fantastic. I definitely recommend you read that for the rules. 5 things you know about the new totally rebuilt kill team. So this looks at skirmish rules, brand new stats. You've got battle for Octarius, alternating activations, and in-depth customization. so you get to customize your units a bit more. There was an article about the White Dwarf 466. As I said, you can have a look at my first look video, and it's all in there. Your games and kill team are going to be electrifying good thanks to the new bespoke data cards. So they've got brand new data cards here. Not much on them at all. Look, massive spaces there, but I guess this is just for a trooper. Maybe we'll see some data cards with more on there. But you've got these keywords as well. Look, combat, staunch, marksman, scout. New codex orc guns are so shooty that DAC is a whole new weapon type. Yeah, I mean, this is amazing that you've got DACA as a type now. They've done something similar to this in Horus Heresy before. They've done this before with range, where if things are below half range, then they fire more shots. Or depending on where the blast is on a blast marker, you know, the closer to the blast, the higher strength it is, things like that. So they've done these kind of like buffs before, but basically, if it's within the half, it's got the weapons have two different types. So if it's within half range, they get the extra shots, which is nice. So you've got Mork's Raw there, which is obviously Ghazghkull's weapon, and he's now getting 16 shots if he's within 18 inches, which is nice and a deterrent for anything trying to charge him. And then you've got the Gorkanaut's Deathstorm Mega Shooter, which is fantastic. I mean, yeah, it's 36-inch range, but you know, within 18 inches, you're getting 30 shots, which is very, very nice. I mean, it does encourage you to move your orcs closer and closer to the enemy, but as I've always said, if you move things closer, you're also going to be more vulnerable, as you know, you're going to be in range of many weapons within 18 inches compared to, you know, keeping your distance at 36. And you've got to factor that in with the ballistic skill of orcs, which is normally 5+, whether that trade-off is worth more just to get a few more shots. But, you know, it does sound cool anyway. Other weapons have had a buff. You've got shooters getting an extra shot. You've got big shooters also getting an extra 2 shots. You're getting rocket launchers, getting heavy D3. I like the Assault 1 or even the Assault 2. You know, you got the custom Mega Blaster, which gets a very big buff there. You've got Assault D3 instead of just Assault 1, which is, yeah, massive buff to a Strength 8 AP -3 weapon now. And the Bubble Chucker also got a number of different upgrades. You've got different bubbles: big bubble, wobbly bubble, and a dense bubble. They're all 48-inch range, fantastic. But the dense bubble, you're only getting 1 shot there, but it can pay off with that arm penetration of -4. So really like the rules there and the changes that they've made. They had an article on looking how far the Mortal Realms have come since the first battles in the Realmgate Wars. You've got Will Space Wolves answer the Imperium's call in the next installment of the series for the Black Library. Lasguns can kill from across the board in the new kill team's deadly firefights. So they had a look at the Lasguns here. They're saying that weapons have unlimited range unless otherwise noted. Interesting. High-powered flashlights. Then you've got a look at more rules for the snaggers right here. So you get to choose your clan. You've got the little piece about Zod, Grod, Wart Snagger, Squig Stopper, Beast Snagger Boyz as well, and they've got thump guns. And then the Squighog Boyz look. So you've got saddle git weapons, you've got stickers, you've got melee, you've got Squighog jaws, and stickers as well. So yeah, they look quite solid. You know, 3 wounds each, good weapon skill, good movement, great strength, very tough. Leadership's poor and the save is, or you know, not the best. You know, you got 50-50 chance of dying, but it's going to be hard to get past that toughness 6, and it means things like las cannons and missile launchers aren't going to, you know, instant kill them. You got the Meta Watch for a beginner's guide for the tournament scene. You got colourful kit bashed Seraphon army. You've got keep trucking. Orc vehicles are tougher and weirder than ever in the new codex. So you've got different ramshackle rules now. Make them a bit stronger. And then you've got kill rig and hunter rig. Like I say, the hunter rig, it looks like there's something missing there. And when I build mine, the first one I build will be the kill rig, definitely. And gives you the profile there of the kill rig. It's a nice toughness 8 with 16 wounds. It's actually got a fair number of attacks as well with 6, and it's a decent speed of 12 inches. I was wondering whether it's just going to be like 8 inches or 10 inches, but it's good that it's 12. You've got close combat, deadly dance of death in the new kill team, and hobbyists return to showcase their flourishing path to glory armies. So there you go, a huge amount of news there, a big Squigosaurus sized amount of news for orcs. No doubt we're going to get more articles over the next couple of weeks for orcs with the newer models, and I'm looking forward to seeing them all and unboxing and reviewing them all for you. So stay tuned to the channel to see all of that new content. And as I say, a huge thank you to everyone that currently supports all of this content. So let's hop on over to Forge World and have a look at all of the new releases, of which there aren't any. So this is the web store right here. They're still doing this offer whereby every £50 you spend, you get a £5 voucher. It is cumulative as well, up to I think £350. So you're going to get a maximum of £35 worth of vouchers you can use at Forge World or Games Workshop. The offer still runs until the 4th of August. So yes, if you're buying the if you're buying the new Orc box, then that's going to net you, £10 worth of vouchers, which is quite nice. So if we click on new and we go to pre-orders, there aren't any pre-orders. So I'm hoping tomorrow on the Sunday that they'll announce the Imperial Fist Praetors, or even maybe a new Sons of Horus Praetor that we've never seen before, because there's been a bit of a mishap with the Malagust model, in that Forge World have been sending out new Sons of Horus Praetor instead of Malagust. So yeah, maybe they'll backtrack, because it seems like that model is ready to ship. And fair play to the people that got the new Praetor, because it means that they're now going to be sent a Malagust for free. So yeah, they've just bagged themselves like 20-something pounds worth of free stuff, which is great. But they are going to have to wait a little while to get Malagust. Who knows what's next week? It could be the Imperial Praetors, it could be the Word Bearers, Argyle Tal, but we'll have to wait and see. So nothing new for pre-order from Forge World this week, in fact yesterday. Let's wire over to Games Workshop store and have a look at this new Orc set and those 2 new books. Okay, so here we go. We have been in a queue system for a little while. It is totally random whether you're on the site at 9:30 or 10 o'clock on the dot. If there's a big release like this, then the Games Workshop store do put you into a queue. So it's completely random, which does suck for everyone wanting to complete their collection of the limited edition books, such as A Siege of Terror. You're going to have to club together with your mates to try and order that for the collector. But we should be getting into the website any time now. We are 17 minutes past 10, just looking at the actual clock. And here we go. So if we go on to new and exclusive, they're right here in this thumbnail. If we click on pre-orders, we can click on Beast Snagger's army set. It's right here. So yep, we can pick this up for 125 if we wish. What do we get? Well, we're getting the 136 hardback book, which is the same number of pages as the previous edition, so they've cut a lot out. That's what it's telling me. You're getting 52 cards, 9 stratagems, 13 psychic powers. You're getting a ribbon marker with that book as well, and the soft touch cover with foil blocking on an exclusive cover. So it's actually with a ribbon mark and soft touch cover, I would say that that is an actual limited edition book. They're normally... Sorry, that's just my washing machine playing a little tune. But yeah, they're normally £50. So yeah, you're saying it's going to be £75 for all of these models, which isn't too bad. What models do you get? It says 1 Zod, Grod, Wart Snagger, 1 Nobs on Smasher Squig, 3 Squighog Boyz, 1 Bomb Squig, and 20 Beast Snagger Boyz. So you get 20 boys, 3 Squighogs, a Nob on a Squig, and the Wart Snagger and a Bomb Squig separate. So yeah, pretty decent kit, pretty decent army set. If we just go back, you've got Storm of Iron Special Edition. It's £35. You still pre-order that if you so wish. Oh, I love they've gone for silver page edges this time. Let blood be your watchword, death your companion, and hate your strength. There you go. Graham McNeil signed. There's 1,250 of these, and I think it's about 300 pages or so from what I can remember. Doesn't exactly say, but so that's Storm of Iron and Warcry Catacombs, Blood of the Evan Chosen in paperback for $8.99. So there you go. That's the pre-orders for today. It is mainly the Beast Snagger Orcs army set. I'm really looking forward to seeing what we can pre-order next weekend. Hopefully we've got the rest of the sisters and maybe a couple new orc units, but we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully they won't leave too much of a gap between this army set and the actual codex and the rest of the releases. Like they did with Sisters, we had to wait a good 2 or 3 months before they released the rest of the models. But here's hoping they release them soon. Anyway, that's it for my news and pre-order video for today. Hope you were lucky in snagging this box of snaggers. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor protects.